Well, a message is about to rock the White House and maybe even the halls of Congress, and it could be quite devastating. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the fact that James O'Keefe came out yesterday and dropped a bombshell, eerie video on his X page saying that, well, he's not suicidal and he's scared, and pray for him.
I'm going dark. I'm not suicidal. Pray for me. This one scares me, guys.
Those words send chills down my spine because James O'Keefe has been a warrior for us on the right and has exposed corruption after corruption after corruption. But the question is, what is it that caused him to make that video? And when is the information going to come out? Now, before I dive into that, I got to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, LisaHavenGold.com. You see, retirement statements are out, and for many, the shock is very real. Some accounts are down about 20%, but the good news is gold is up at least 30% last quarter. That's a 60% swing. In retirement, that matters. Compare your Q1 statements to gold's performance today, and then give Noble Gold Investments a call on the number on the screen. They'll help you protect what you have earned, and you can get your finances back on track. All you have to do is go to LisaHavenGold.com, and right now, when you open a qualified account, they are giving away this 10-ounce silver American flag bar. Head to LisaHavenGold.com and check it out today, or call 1-877-646-5347. And if you fill out that information, click Get It Now. They'll send you a free gold and silver investment guide. And by the way, there's always a risk to investing, never a guarantee. If you want more info, click that More button or click the link in the description box below. So, just what is it that James O'Keefe could be releasing? Well, just a few days ago, in fact, on April 25th, James O'Keefe went on Benny Johnson's show and had this to say regarding our U.S. government.
Obviously, when James says things like this, when other people come on the program and say, like, the work I'm doing is going to lead to indictments, the vast majority of them haven't ever done that. James has done that. James did that. James has done this before.
I mean, I've known you for 15. You remember the Acorn story? There were like 5 or 6 tapes. If the work that I'm about to release, I'm talking about in a month and a half, doesn't lead to indictments, then I'm going to come on your program and I'm going to be pissed off because I have these people breaking the law. Now I got to get a little more so they don't, come out some technicality. But I'm going to be upset at these prosecutors, and I will hold these prosecutors accountable. I'll investigate them. Because, we are a nation of laws. We're supposed to be equal before the law, e pluribus unum. That's what the United States is all about. And this is our opportunity. But I have faith. Content is king. You catch him on video. Stay tuned.
So just 5 days before he issued the video saying he's not suicidal and he's afraid for what he is about to release, 5 days before that, he talks about potentially busting government officials that could be worthy of indictments, and that if something isn't done about it, he's going to investigate the people who are doing nothing. Those are pretty powerful words. Maybe James O'Keefe is going to tell us something regarding that. Now, another theory is this. He actually published this on his X page, and this was published April 26th. And on here it says, I think it's time for citizen journalists to release more on Epstein. If they're going to kill us, they'll have to kill us all. Coming soon. And then he references Virginia Giuffre, who passed away recently due to suicide. And of course, she is one of the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. But it's very cryptic that he said that. And he said that on his page, his X page, days ago. And one little more piece to the pie that I believe he might be hinting at, and this has been going on for quite some time. James O'Keefe posted this back on April 11th, so quite some time ago. But basically, he's had some tensions with Matthew here. And let me read this so you get an idea of what's going on. This is Matthew Tarmand. He is the board member who fired me from Project Veritas. While few may know who he is, that's about to change soon. We've obtained new evidence about what happened. He knows what he did. That's why he sends pornographic, unhinged messages to me on a weekly basis. That's why one message was pictured of me nailed to a crucifix. That's why he posted private medical records and intimate text of employees, loved ones whom he wanted to harm. The messages were obtained from devices of employees. That's why he said he wanted to carve out James's heart and eat it in front of him. This man is afraid because he has been subpoenaed. He has much to hide. He will be brought to justice, so help me God. Maybe it is in reference to something like that. Now, one other piece of the puzzle is this as well, and this was published back on April 22nd. He said, the people that I'm investigating right now are angry. They send me these anonymous messages because they don't have the balls to message me in my real name. That's okay. I'm filming them without their knowledge, visiting them at their homes, and asking for comment. I'm serious. And then he publishes a text from a source there. But it goes on kind of this back and forth rant and so on and so forth. And then his latest, right, regarding this Kaylin Erickson, right, or Kaylin Erickson, he said, you stabbed me in the back, but just remember, pride comes before the fall. Don't let envy destroy you like it destroyed your friends. And this was published at 6:07 a.m. on April 30th, so in and around the same time. And he talks about podcast, the federal judges watching, and the whole 9 yards. So it could be a number of things at this time. And by the way, Kaylin Erickson is an independent production company that focuses on inquiries of these kinds, inspiring, impactful, and all of that. So could it be something regarding that? Well, there's 4 different directions that I think this could go, or maybe it's none of them and it's something completely new. Either way, let's hearken the words of James O'Keefe and keep him in our prayers. Anyhow, I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven signing out. And by the way, I want to hear your comments on this one. What do you think's going on?